Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is the mental wellness channel, Higgs, aka Wahiga. I am a recovering alcoholic, and welcome back to my channel. Happy International Women's Day. Right, today I really want to talk about so many things. I'll start with where I have been. Now, I'm gonna ask for you guys to give me grace because after all, this is called the mental wellness channel. Wherever I am not in the best state mentally, I am going to need time off. I cannot push myself to consistently give out and push out content if I am not in the right space of mind. I simply cannot do it. I cannot put on the camera, sit down and talk to you about recovery and keeping a positive spirit if I am in the deepest of depressions. I have tried it. I sat down to record on Sunday. This is Tuesday. I just was not able to do it. And so I ask for the grace from you guys to just keep going with me. I got an email from one of you guys kind of, was it demanding? Well, telling me that, I would like for you to dish out a video every week and do this and do that. And as much as I appreciate that this comes from a good space, this comes from a helpful place, this comes from a place of concern, if I can't do it, I can't do it. And that's about it. I would love to dish out a video a week. And if I can, I will. However, if my mental wellness, if my mental space is not in a good place, I simply would not document that, right? And that's what I've chosen to do. And I just ask for you guys to give me the grace to do that. When I recorded on Sunday, my eyes were so void of anything. It was just hopeless. And that is not something that I want to project onto this channel. I understand and I appreciate that. I mean, I give you a lot of me, and I am telling you that, especially at the beginning of the year, I go through some really, really deep depressions. And, I'm going through it. I am going through it right now. And I am trying to just take it one day at a time. I'm trying to be optimistic about things. But I'm really just trying to keep it together. And so when I'm in those moments, I simply can't sit down and just take a video and try to be positive and upload that or be consistent. And yeah, that's something that is hindering about mental health. It is the truth. It is true that when I'm in a funk or when I'm in depressions, I have a lot to say, but it is negative, and I wouldn't like to spew that out onto the internet. We're already living in such messed up times, on the verge of World War III, and I wouldn't want to bring that or present that here onto my platform. And I'm being as real as possible when I tell you that I am going through it. I also want to reach out to you subscribers and my friends here. Like, if you are in the same boat as me, if you are deep in depression right now, and you have people just knocking at you or trying to tell you, like, you know what, just shake it off, you can do this, just get up and do it and whatever. It's okay to take time out for yourself. It's okay to take a breather. It's okay to gather yourself. It's okay to do that. It's okay to sleep. It's okay to wusa. It's okay to take a break and not feel like you have to be everywhere and do everything and show up for everyone but yourself. It's okay to do those things, because if you don't function, what is the point, you know? So I'm encouraging you guys to do that. Second thing on my agenda. Yesterday, the news broke that a woman was sexually harassed on Forest Road. The intersection of Forest Road and Wangari Mathaai Road here in Nairobi. She was driving and got into an accident with a motorbike. In Kenya, we call these bodaboda riders. And she got into an accident with a bodaboda. And these men descended upon her car. They forcefully opened her car, took away her keys, and proceeded to undress her in broad daylight. And this video has been circulating on social media, and her screams are something that has been haunting me ever since I watched this video. She was undressed, her clothes were stripped off of her as she was sitting in her car seat with her seatbelt still intact. And there were about 20 men, you know, just trying to get at her from her driver's seat, you know, groping her, taking opportunities and advantage of her, groping her breasts and trying to remove her underwear. And it was extremely disgusting to watch. This could have been me. This could have been any woman in Nairobi yesterday afternoon or in the morning, whenever this happened. And this is something that has become so normalized in Kenya. Today is International Women's Day, and as a Kenyan woman, I feel I have nothing to celebrate in this Kenya. I am petrified of walking outside as a woman. I constantly have to assess what I'm wearing. I constantly have to be cognizant of where I'm going. I have to wear shoes that are comfortable enough for me to make a run for it. And I constantly have to, I can't even walk out with earphones or noise cancelling soundless earphones and just walk and enjoy, you know, Drake or something or some music and take a nice walk, because I'm constantly in fear of getting accosted or sexually assaulted just for being a woman walking on the streets. During the day, during the night, it does not matter. I have experienced sexual assault. Not once, not twice, not thrice. And one was by a bodaboda personnel. And this actually led me towards my rock bottom. This incident led me towards my rock bottom, and I realized that if I keep drinking the way I'm drinking, more and more incidents like this are going to keep happening, and I don't think that I'm not dying fast enough. And it really led me to second guess my drinking in that environment and in the context of what could happen and what is happening to vulnerable women. And such an incident led me to seriously think about getting sober. And by the grace of God, eventually I did get sober. But that incident with that bodaboda personnel is what led me to get sober. And as I say, getting sober was not a decision that I made. It was not something that I do for myself every day. It's a gift that God gives me every day. But I have experienced sexual violence at the hands of a bodaboda personnel. I don't want to go more into detail about this incident. Maybe I will in the future. However, in light of what happened yesterday, I feel that I cannot sit down and just remain silent and just become an anonymous comment under such a video. It is something that personally has happened to me. It is something that traumatized me. It is something that shook me to my core, and it changed my life forever. It changed my life forever. To that woman, I never know if you are going to watch this, and whoever knows you, I don't know if you will ever watch this, but my heart truly goes out to you. I feel like you could have been my cousin. I saw myself in you. Your screams for help have shaken me to the core. I cannot forget your screams. I cannot forget the images of what I saw. You were just in your car, driving to God knows where, minding your own business. You happened to get into an accident. And out of nowhere, these throngs of men and criminals came out of nowhere, forcefully opened your door and started undressing you, taking your clothes off, stripping you of your clothes in broad daylight. They took the keys of your car. There were 3 police officers there, and nobody did a thing. Nobody did a thing. I can't imagine the trauma, the humiliation, the violation that you feel right now. And my heart simply goes out to you. I am so sorry that this happened to you. I feel helpless. I feel hopeless. And I don't know what to say. But I pray that you get the help that you will need to get through this. And my dear, all that I can say is that you will need to get through this by getting through it. After my incident with this bodaboda personnel, I couldn't sleep with my legs I couldn't sleep. Let's just say that. I couldn't sleep. A lot of things were triggering to me for a very long time. The sound of a motorbike. The hatred that I used to get just seeing any motorbike personnel, a bodaboda person. I would get so angry that I'd want to kill them. it didn't matter if one bodaboda personnel didn't know the one who had accosted me. It did not matter. To me, they represented all the same person. The one that had assaulted me. And I was so angry for so long. And yesterday, watching that video, it brought it all back again. And our police, what do I even say? You go to the police station. You, the victim, are the one that brought this upon yourself. The court system, taking a rape case, what, 2, 3 years? Waiting for it to go to court. We have watched this not only locally but internationally. The Me Too movement. How victims are victimized. Victims are questioned. Survivors are questioned. Well, why did you go to his house? What did you expect to happen? Who will believe you? It must have been consensual. There's no ways that happened to you. Now we have photographic evidence. The woman is screaming. The woman is being stripped. You can't say she wanted that. You can't say that she brought that upon herself. And those 16 men that were captured, will justice be brought to them for real? Like, will justice actually be brought to them? Or will they just walk free once we all forget this story? Once this all blows up? Just like the Ngachu twins, who allegedly beat up those women in a hotel in Nairobi. We just all forget. We come up in uproar and we say, yes, this is disgusting. We need to treat our queens better. We need to treat the women of our society better. We need to. And we make a big fuss about it. We go to the police about it. We go to the streets about it. Within a week, the news cycle has gone on to the next thing. And it's forgotten. And nothing happens. No justice. Everybody moves on with their lives. But my heart goes out to that woman, that young lady. To be stripped on Wangari Mathaai. I mean, back in the day, Wangari Mathaai was also, she was in a protest. I think this was in the 80s, and I won't even go into that. You can research it. Research the protests that Wangari Mathaai got into in the 80s. It was quite brutal and ironic, the things that happened to her in that protest. But a revered woman like Wangari Mathaai, a pioneer, Nobel Prize winner, and for a woman to be stripped and sexually harassed by 16 plus 20, there were more than 16 men in that crowd. In broad daylight. I mean, for me, the fact isn't even that it was broad daylight. We're not safe. We never have been safe. And the thing is, it is not our problem as women. It is not our problem as women. It is your problem as men. It is not our problem as women. It is your problem as men. Moving on. I wanted to talk about actually I think for today, in light of the seriousness of this topic, I was going to talk about unemployment in recovery and how that has been affecting me and how we can get through that. But as I started talking and I started exploring this issue about sexual assault in Kenya and rape culture in Kenya and in our society, I realized we've become a rotten society. And we're so hypocritical. On the one hand, I think the statistics are we're 70 to 80%, or probably 80% a Christian nation. On the other hand, as a nation, this is what we permit. This is what we excuse. This is what we accept as the treatment of women within our society. I think it's egregious. I don't know how many more women need to speak up. I don't know how many more Me Too movements we need. But things have to change. Things have to change. The catcalling. I walk outside and I can be wearing the most conservative outfit and still get catcalled. I don't want those advances. Never have, never will. It's annoying. It's persistent. It's scary. And I mean, I've had to cultivate a face, a don't mess with me face. Whenever I'm in a matatu, whenever I'm walking in town, whenever I'm walking outside of my house, there's a don't mess with me face that I have to always put on, whether I'm happy inside or sad inside, because I don't want that smoke. I do not want that attention. I don't want to be inappropriately looked at, touched, or messed with. And the sad thing is the double standards that as women, we have to live by certain standards and rules that men will never ever have to live by. They don't even know that these rules exist. As a woman, I have to wear comfortable shoes outside in case I need to run. I'm always dressing, not for me. I mean, I would love to dress for me. I would really love to dress for me. But I'm always dressing, thinking in mind, where am I going? Which environment am I going to? Will this outfit attract anything I can't handle? If I'm going to town, there's no ways I'm gonna wear a certain type of outfit. Never. These are things we have to constantly think about. I have to get home by a certain time, otherwise I know trouble will follow me. If I get into a matatu, I don't want to go to the very back. Especially at night. I do not want to go to the very back. Or if I'm in a matatu, I really don't want to sit in between me, the driver, and another guy. I mean, there's so many issues. It's disgusting. It's 2022. And this is where we find ourselves. But I do believe that this is not a women issue. This is a men issue. And it's only men who can fix themselves on this one. However, there need to be laws that crack down harshly on people who think they can treat women this way. I'll drop a video soon on the topic that I had wanted to talk about originally, but today I think I had to get this off my chest. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Mental Wellness Channel, Higgs. I've been Higgs. Thank you so much for clicking in. Please kindly share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.